Hey guys, I'm back and I'm going to be doing some Battleship Craft. Mostly showing off my ships. I do use cheats, but since I can't jailbreak my iPod as of right now, I basically have to use, what is it called? iPhone box. I have to download cheats and stuff like that. But yeah, I got things like, these are like custom made chips, not like chips that I've downloaded off the internet or something like that. Now, the one things I've really been saying is try hard to do is make hollow ships. Well, I'm doing that first because it saves me a lot of data for the ship and stuff like that. Plus, it will float more and much more naval instead of something that will literally just go there, float, not go very quick, and stuff like that. To be honest, I don't know why I've been stupid enough to do that at the first place, but I think my main ship I want to show off the most right now is this. Now, just look how many parts I've put into it. I don't think this one's hollow because this was probably made before I've even figured out to do that. Now, this is a battleship. You can see because how big the guns are. But the really unique thing about this battleship is that it's tons of AA defense. It's pretty quick and can go at least 36 knots, or 36 kilometers an hour. Which, for a battleship, that's pretty quick. 38.1 knots actually. And you can see the armor doesn't look great, but I mean it's. Darn it. Sorry, that's just app notifications. Keep getting a lot of alliance gifts and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is a pretty good detailed battleship. And as I've said, it's a lot quicker for a battleship than most things would be. But unlike some people who basically just go on the, well, not go online, but they basically just go and hack the whole game with a iFile and make it so they can build as many parts as they want and have basically whatever they want on it, basically with no charge or anything. But you know, it doesn't really matter. The app's been taken off the app store, so I mean, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, let's go into a bit of a test battle against the dual level 1 little thing that can't do anything against you. I've actually killed battleship. Actually, not killed battleships. Killed these things with my ship. But there is one drawback, though. This thing does have a tendency to tilt over. I mean, it's not to the point where it's so serious it'll sink itself, but it's to the point where it will tilt its side. And we can change that, but it'll just change to the other side and tilt over, but in other words, it's basically just not much of a fix. But yeah, I'll show you guys how fireproof this thing is. I mean, even if it hits the observations and recon decks and stuff like that, it's not going to do any damage. I've been hit by torpedoes, and torpedoes don't do that much damage. That flat part of armor protects my guns over here. I'm thinking, oh, that's a bad idea, but well, if I made this part sloped, then of course I wouldn't be able to fit my frontal guns on it, and then this thing wouldn't be a very good battleship. Nevertheless, it's still very deadly even with that. try to go in for ram kill. Now, the one thing I'm really excited for, that I've explained in the past, is I just can't wait for Battleship, basically World of Warships to get into open beta. I have wineskin on my computer, so I could play it when it comes out. So yeah, let's go into something a bit more challenging, like the Maritime Fortress. This one has some pretty good guns on it, as long as you don't get hit, because that thing has no armor. Like, I could just charge right in and basically take no damage. The only parts that are vulnerable are basically the observations deck, and the towers, stuff like that. And of course there's also the side where all my anti-aircraft and my boilers are. Also my secondaries. But yeah, I think because of how much I've been playing this, I'm actually not bad of a battleship driver, or captain, you could say, because it's the naval. I think my favorite ships would be cruisers and battleships, and Japanese destroyers, because of how troll Japanese destroyers are. But it doesn't come without a price, because Japanese destroyers don't get good guns. The guns are pretty bad. But comes with a price, with much better torpedoes than American destroyers and stuff like that, which most, like, just American cruisers don't even get until at least tier 5. Then that's when they actually start getting the torpedoes, which that's when they're kind of strong. But basically, I'm pretty sure how World of Warships is gonna work is basically shot mechanics is gonna be kind of the same with World of Tanks. Like, if you angle and a certain shot comes in, it's gonna do no damage, or it'll do little damage if it's a high explosive shot. If it's an armor-piercing shot, it can over-penetrate and do basically no damage. If it's a battleship shooting at a destroyer with armor-piercing shots, because destroyers have no armor. As you can see right here, I am starting to take damage, but I mean, it's so little damage, it's barely noticeable. I can just ram this thing, and since my rollers are detected, they really can't hit them. You know, even if they are charred black, but oh man, it's so fun just ramming things with super battleships and stuff like that. Oh man, it didn't sink. Okay, now it's dead. Where's that tower? There's that tower. It's dead. Overkill. Okay. This thing can also withstand up against Yamatos, but it's much more risky because 46cm guns and stuff like that can penetrate my ship basically with no problems, which means they'll take much more damage a lot quicker and stuff like that. But I do have naval guns myself, so, or at least guns that big, so I'll be able to inflict just as much damage. Of course, if I hit the right spots anyways. And I'm already taking fire from 36cm guns and 40cm guns. Sorry, I played tanking a bit too much. Get difference like mixed up between millimeters and centimeters sometimes. Like sometimes I'll accidentally say 40 millimeters and I actually mean 40 centimeters. Ooh, that was an explosive on my deck. Well, honestly, I don't know how explosions really work. Now, see, I took a torpedo shot there, and because it hit my frontal armor, it did basically no damage. But let's go broadside. Oh gosh, that's gonna hurt. Eee. Okay, so for the broadside attack. Now this thing can take a big beating regardless, so. Crap, more torpedoes. Ow. Basically, my only guns really existing right now are some of my secondaries and my frontal gun. Everything else is just dead. I can go against aircraft carriers, but since my anti-aircraft is vulnerable, it will be kind of hard to defend myself against it. But because it's not very long away, only 19 kilometers, so, and the planes are already coming in. Oh crap. Coming down is pretty low. I just have to wait for it to stop, and by that time the aircraft have already gotten here. Unless I can leave this cruiser. And it stopped. It's time to take the shots at it now. You can see how many guns I have, because I've already I shot 2 planes down at once. Oh man, that's gonna hurt. And he's sunk. Now you can see the firepower of my anti-aircraft, because I mean, things are just exploding around it. I'm also kind of happy to do these videos because nobody ever puts up Battleship Craft videos or Naval Craft videos anymore, so there's a torpedo that completely failed. Oh man, I wanted to shoot him down. I don't even know what that AI was thinking, because I mean that was never gonna hit. Whatever, enough babbling, let's go and destroy this thing. So I can end the video, because I think it's gotten to over a gigabyte, yeah. It's gotten well over a gigabyte. Crap. Headphones are buzzing. Sorry about that, my headphones started making a lot of noise. So I had to take them off. Hitting aircraft carriers at a lot of health. I'm hitting them with 46 on your guns and they're doing basically no damage. Then again, it's also an Enterprise. Plus, I'm also over penetrating the front of the hull, so. I don't even know how they're even able to take off anymore. That was a big hit. Now, the other thing that I'm pretty excited about is, basically, with Battleship Craft, let's see if we can get this plane. Come on, just go already. This Enterprise is pretty stuck up. There we go, he's dead. Okay. I think I'll just end the video off here because video size is already over a gigabyte, and I don't have the most space on my computer right now, so end it here, and bye YouTube.